What is up, everybody? Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and welcome to the channel. This is round 1 of the Beating Bam Playoffs Prelims. I hope you enjoy. Please hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and now, let's get into it. Alright, first off the tee we have Bagger, going with the Extra Glide Big Skip Strive. Looks like Bagger came into the tournament unprepared, had to fix his line setup here. Second off the box, we have SMUH, electing to go with the Extra Glide Big Skip Rive. Good aim, clips the foliage there, but still trickles down into a nice, solid, clean fairway hit. Third on the box, we have WESTY, also going with the Extra Glide Big Skip Rive. Looks like WESTY's going to catch the foliage and play against the wall here. And last we have Aaron Christensen, also going Extra Glide Big Skip Rive. Lining up his shot here. That's a mighty big win from left to right that our players had to deal with. Aaron gets a very similar shot to SMUH. Trickles down into a nice clean fairway hit as well. Alright, for our second shot we have Bagger, going with the accurate Water Skip Sapphire. Playing around the trees to get the long look for the green. Next we have WESTY clipping through the wall with an elite player move there. Oh, and WESTY just barely clears the flowing water, gets the skip, but still falls just a tiny bit short. AC taking the line up here, aiming for the green, but the wind gets a little pushy and it looks like, yeah, it's gonna hit the wall there. SMUH going with the accurate Extra Glide Sapphire. Alright, let's see what Bagger has for us here on this shot. Going with the Extra Glide Light Strive, plenty of disc to make it all the way to the green. Not a problem, should pick that up very nicely. Accurate Extra Glide Sapphire by SMUH here. Those trees on that last throw really killed his shot. So unfortunately gonna have to settle. AC playing the shot over the water, going with the pure, I believe. With the wind, he may have selected the harp, but it was so quick I couldn't really tell. And that's gonna play nice and safe up by the basket. WESTY having to come back from the water. Almost saves the shot. And all 4 of our players are gonna clean up the round very nicely. Bagger taking the birdie. SMUH taking the birdie as well. WESTY taking the par. And AC taking the birdie as well. Alright, going into hole 2, we got the big long ikigai hole here. Big downhill shot, the wind pushing left to right big, so you have to make sure you get enough turn. I think Bagger, going with the Strive, believed that he would get more wind ride out of that, but that is not what has happened. Bagger has fallen out of bounds. SMUH electing to go with the extra glide big skip paradigm. More turn than the strive. This stays in the middle of the fairway for an eagle look. AC going with the extra glide big skip rive. Hoping that wind is gonna keep him clear of the tree, and it does. Big skip up, and it looks like it's gonna be clear of that bamboo as well. Westy going with the extra glide big skip rive as well. Getting the wind push out of it. And also landing with what appears to be a shot around the bamboo. Bagger having a play from his OB shot. Going with the fuse. Big shot up for Bagger to save the birdie. Great shot, Bagger. SMUH also going with the accurate windbreak fuse. Lining up the shot for eagle. Waiting for the sway. And that looks solid. Great eagle pickup for SMUH. Westy going with the accurate sticky hope with the OG hoppy stamp. Has to clear this bamboo correctly. And bounces off the cage. Oh my. That has to be a heartbreaker. You know he's shaking his fist at that one. AC throwing the pure. Lining up the shot. And Aaron Christensen lands the eagle play as well. Okay, personal nightmare hole here. These Guardian Woods area, I believe, are one of the best designed Guardian areas in the whole game. It's just a very difficult shot. First shot, we get the extra glide big skip rive, plays into the opening very nicely. Next up, we have AC playing the right side play. I think that's going to be too stuck. I think it's too much foliage over there, but there is some open plays over there that I've seen some players use. There is a line that you can play that's over there. I'm just not fully familiar with it. Bagger going with the extra glide big skip strive to hopefully get up into the open play as well, and it looks clear of the bend. Westy extra glide big skip rive. Forehand play to also get up into the opening. Westy hugging the inside corner there, but it bounces out for the safe look. And Bagger cleans it up for the eagle. SMUH taking his second shot. SMUH taking the eagle as well. Now we have Westy from the inside line. Yes, he is clear. Going with the hope. Westy takes the eagle as well. And now we gotta see what AC has lined up. There is a little opening there, but I do believe it's quite a bit of foliage. What is he doing here? Okay, going for an around the world to kind of hope to clear. Does still clip some bush. Hey, gotta take that birdie and walk away. That's a tough scramble to get out of those bushes, but I think it was a smart play because he didn't hit any trees, which would put him back into the foliage. SMUH lining up the first shot. Just barely misses left. Bagger second on the tee for this ace run. Going with the Claymore. Lines up the shot. It comes down. It looks good. Oh, just short, but what a great run there. I love this hole because it can be a separator if you hit the ace, but it's also very easy to make a mistake if you're not careful and bounce into the water. So, though it's an easy hole, it's also a difficult hole, and I like that. Westy going just left of the basket, but it's safe on the island for the cleanup. AC electing to go with the Warship. Just barely misses the basket there. It's a great run. All four of our players picking up the easy birdies on this one. I want to take this moment to say thank you for watching. Thank you, Bam and Ananam, for reaching out to have me do this video. It should have been out yesterday, but unforeseen circumstances stopped it from being put out when I would have liked to have had it put out, but we are here. Thank you so much. If you're watching, please like, leave a comment, subscribe if you're not a subscriber. And now let's go ahead and get back to the next run. We have Smoothie Land, the big ace basket here. Can all four of our players hit an ace? We got one. Bagger.
Soundstripe.
Hitting a second ace, all right. Both of our first two players electing to go with a Sapphire. Westy electing to go with the PD. The PD's looking fadey. Oh no, bounces off the basket. You have to think, is the PD a great shot there? I believe it is. A little bit more Anheuser. It doesn't turn as much as the Sapphire does.
Soundstripe.
Just unfortunate, it pushed a little too far left and ended up hitting the cage to bounce out. AC also picking up the ace there. That's gonna be one left out on the course by Westy, but hey, at least it didn't hit the basket and go into an OB situation, allowing him to still get the birdie, so you gotta think it could have been way worse.
Soundstripe.
SMUH first off the tee, going with the Sticky Sapphire.
Soundstripe.
Next we have Bagger,
Soundstripe.
going with the Water Skip Sapphire. Probably not to use the Water Skip attribute, but just because it's a 2-in-1 disc, has the distance and shouldn't push too far. However, Bagger gets the unlucky kick cut roll into the OB. We got AC lining up his shot far right.
Soundstripe.
Thinking about it, deciding to change discs. Choosing to go with the accurate Sticky Sapphire. I think Sticky is the play there. It is a very far shot, but it's also very downhill. I think by going with the Sticky, you're saving yourself at least a little bit of crazy ground play. Gets around the tree, stays clear of the lava, and does not roll over. Keeps it safe, alright. Westy going with the accurate Sticky FD3. I like the FD3, it does not have a lot of turn, has reliable fade. For a shot like this, I think it's a good choice. Bringing Westy down over for the clean approach for the second shot. SMUH stuck behind the big axe. Throwing it to the left of the axe for the safe approach. Saving the birdie if he makes it, and SMUH makes the play. Smart, you try to throw over the axe, you could end up throwing over too high and falling down into the lava. Now we have Bagger's second shot. Unfortunate that Bagger went OB on the first one, but still nice to be able to take the birdie there.
Soundstripe.
Westy going with the hope. Gets the... Oh no, a little too much wind lift and hits the band. Westy, that's an unfortunate break there. Aaron going with the fuse play. And is able to capitalize to take the eagle on the card. That's big time play. Eagles there while your card mates don't. That's big separation, especially with the OB hazards. Same thing here, lots of OB hazard prop potential, so a smart, safe play like that right there allows for an easy 2, but one mistake, it can easily turn this into a bogey. SMUH up, going with the sapphire. It's over the OB water there and stays safe. Bagger up next. Going with the Grace. Big skip. Grace turns a little bit more than I like. Has a little too much push and ends up in the OB. That is a bad break. We've got the Monday Mayhem accurate extra glide sapphire by Westy here. Is able to skip nicely over the water. A little bit of a roll, but nothing threatening for the safe play. And of course, our card cleans up all the putts. Westy taking a birdie. Bagger having to throw from OB. Of course, saves that shot. Has to take the par, unfortunately. SMUH with the fuse, 17 meters, not a problem. Nabbing the birdie there. And AC cleaning this up with the putt. Taking the birdie as well. Bagger, the only one hitting the OB there. That is a bad break. Alright, we've got another Kalevala hole here. This one particularly can be frustrating because of the Mando swords. Aaron taking the first shot with the extra glide big skip rive. Is able to keep it underneath the Mandos and from going into the lava. Great distance, good drive. SMUH up next, also going with the big skip rive. Getting the turn and fade out of it correctly, almost an identical shot to Aaron. Ground play, pushes, but stays safe, no lava there. Westy chooses to go with the extra glide big skip paradigm. The paradigm turns a little bit more here. Let's see if that wind keeps it good. Just clear of the lava, but it bounces off the sword and into the lava for a bad break. That was rough to watch. Westy's throwing down a great round, and that was unfortunate. Big skip strive from Bagger. And the strive has a pretty reliable turn fade, even if it is a little bit more than the rive, but keeps it safe, gets the big distance, and is able to have a clean looking shot for 2. Westy having to come back from the lava drop zone from missing the Mando. Plays it up to the inside left side. Bagger taking his second shot. Look at that wind, 4 miles an hour from left to right, slightly behind, slightly not. Bagger going with the sticky EMAC Judge. Oh wow, the wind really kind of killed that. I thought that should have been okay, but hey, I don't throw the EMAC judge and I don't know enough about it. Maybe I missed something there. SMUH going with the MD1. Luckily, the wind does not push him too far over and he's able to have a safe play. AC thinking about the line. Going with the sticky harp. Forehand play. Looks like he's playing to the right side of the mouth. Yep. Avoids the lava. Luckily, no tomfoolery there. And our card is able to clean it all up from here. AC taking the eagle. SMUH. Also taking the eagle. Westy taking the birdie. And Bagger also taking the birdie. Those two OBs were tough to watch for those guys. Now going into hole 9. We've got the big castle up shot. AC going with the extra glide big skip rive. Pushes very far up the hill. You got to like that second look. SMUH going with the extra glide big skip rive as well. Plays dangerously close to the right side of the gate, but it's clear. It's good and up there for also a great shot. Westy going with the extra glide big skip rive as well. I don't know if the wall is going to be a problem for him, but I believe he's up far enough to be okay. Bagger going with the big skip strive. And look at this. That is a great shot as well. So all 4 of our players getting a nice big push up the hill, giving all 4 of them a look. I believe we'll have to see what Westy's looks like. AC taking the lineup for eagle. And is able to clear that up for the eagle. Nice eagle pickup. That can be a big separator hole. I know a lot of players who struggle getting that second shot to land in the basket. SMUH doing the same exact things. SMUH and AC really put in some hot rounds. Congrats. Westy also taking the hope shot. I'm glad that he was able to get far enough up the hill to get past that left little wall that can block you from time to time. Bagger lining up the second shot after that great drive as well. Oh no, Bagger bounces off the basket. That was tough to see, Bagger having to settle for the birdie. Hey, all 4 of the players who sent me the footage, thank you so much for participating in this project. This is the Beating Bam Prelims, round 1. Great shooting to all 4 of our players. Thank you so much, Bam and Ananem, for inviting me to come do the commentary on this card. This is Master Darkpoi Gaming. I am Darkpoi, and hopefully, I'll see you in the future.